Good morning, good stuff, family. Gorgeous day in the CLE. The sun is shining. God is good. We're up and we're moving, and we have the pleasure of meeting new friend Robert, who's driving us. And sometimes we had a really bad experience, didn't we, Trevi, not too long ago with a not nice driver.
Yes.
Oh, she was not nice. Like somebody really must have made her mad at the.
Yeah. She was like in her 20s and
she was beautiful,
Yeah,
and then she was
was.
not too nice, not nice at all. It was like whatever. The fact
It's
is,
like you're in the wrong business.
sometimes good stuff people like Robert show up right at your doorstep. This is new friend Robert. He said he's kind of shy. He's probably very humble. And we said, would you like to do this? He said, not really. but he's a good sport, and I wanted to
Don
share.
Is great at taking no for an answer.
Well, here I wanted you to hear a couple of his stories, because if you think about, so often we don't even take time to say hello, especially nowadays. Mask, walk far and the other away from each other, avoid. But when you have some time to meet people, you realize, like, almost instantly when you meet people like him, that there are a lot of good people. Because we said you could probably write a book, couldn't you? And sure enough, this guy has stepped up for so many of his passengers. I'm going to flip this around, the camera around here. One moment, please. Robert is not born and raised Cleveland, right? You're originally from PA? Is that what you said? No, from Bedford, Ohio. Originally from Bedford. Oh, I don't hear so well in the morning. But technically Cleveland. So, will you? I love when you said, like, if you could write a book, some of the things like people have left in this car. Will you tell again what you did? Talk about above and beyond when that lady left her cell phone, an older lady, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was a trip to the airport, and she got out of the car, and I always look back in the back seat. There was her cell phone.
Her cell phone.
I rolled the window down and yelled, and she was going through the door, and she was in a hurry. And actually she was pulling a bag. And I got out of the car. She was just ahead of me. I kept calling her name, and she kept going, and she made it all the way to baggage before I finally caught up with her.
And I'm thinking that's the kind of driver I want. That's how you would want your driver. You don't have a cell phone. And then the other girl forgot her license. She got all the way to the airport.
Yep, I picked her up at Oberlin College. She was going to the airport. We got to the airport, and I don't know, I guess it was God, but usually I take off right, and she came running back out here. She left her light. Took her back to the airport in time to catch her flight.
Again, this is the kind of guy you want. So if you call for a driver and Robert shows up, you got a good stuff.
Hey, Donnie.
Yes.
Don't let Robert hear this, but I got an idea.
Okay.
Your suitcase is kind of heavy.
So
what we'll do is we'll forget and we'll leave it in the trunk, and then he'll chase us all the way to baggage check-in with your suitcase, and he'll be running in slow motion.
I love that idea. That's so cool.
He'll be running in slow motion through the airport with your suitcase in tow, and then we don't have to carry it because it's so heavy.
Right, and then we get to see new friend Robert again at the airport.
Yeah.
Look at him. He's like, what is wrong with these?
Like, I don't think so.
Too much coffee.
I think of two stupid movies when I hear that story. Number one is when Jim Carrey chases Lauren Holly through the airport. He's the driver. She forgets her suitcase. He thinks her name's Mary Samsonite because that's what's on her suitcase. And
right.
And so then he's at the airport all the way past the check-in. They're all yelling at him, "Sir, you can't go in there." And he runs down the jetway and then falls onto the tarmac because the plane has left. And he gets home and he says, "Well, fell off the jetway again." So that's story number one. And the other one is in an airplane when the taxi driver leaves the guy in the taxi at the curb. He says, "I'll be right back." And so the man is in the back seat waiting, and the driver, Ted Stryker, sets the meter as he runs through the airport. And and then he gets on a plane and he flies. So for the whole movie, the guy's waiting in the taxi, and at the end of the movie, the very last scene is the guy still in the taxi going, when is this guy coming back? And his meter is on like $700.
I love that you remember the movies. We have that in common for sure. What's your favorite line from Airplane?
You usually really outdo me.
I only have like 5 or 6 movies that I do, but But what's your favorite line of all, right off the top?
Well, can I say the S word?
The S word? S-H-I-T?
Yeah.
I think so. Is that okay, Robert? Are we allowed to say S word in your car?
Well, no, you're the professional broadcaster.
No problem.
What'd you say?
I said no problem.
Nowadays, you're lucky if that's all you get.
You're the journalist. In fact, you're wearing your fedora with the press card in it right now.
I think it's okay.
It says the shit's gonna hit the fan.
Oh, that's it. That was very anticlimactic.
No,
but you're right. That's true. The shit's gonna hit the fan.
That's one of many great lines.
I like when he goes, the plane. What is it? Well, it's a big white thing out there, but that's not important.
Yeah. You know what? On Facebook, we have beautiful and I said, the Capitol, what is it? It's a big building with lots of pandering, but that's not important right now. No comments. I got no comments.
I would have loved that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I missed that.
Yeah.
That's what trivia.
I think it was lots of arguing and pandering.
Yeah, that's funny.
No comments.
And ass kissing, right?
Yes.
Lobbyist
Hey,
and all
that.
that.
In on the bad words.
Right. I had to just do you one.
Yeah, you helped me. You helped me not be alone in that.
Robert's like, oh, look at the time. Time for them to get out.
Do you still have your FCC broadcasting license? Can I see your ID, please? Your
No.
FCC ID?
No, I don't
Do you have
need
your
to.
internet ID? Do you have a license for that?
You know what? Thank goodness we have this ID that we was just saying that we, as soon as he said that girl forgot her ID, I'm like, we both like scrambled to make sure,
Hey, you know
right? Because you don't think about it.
You know what's not a good stuff story is yesterday we went to a local medical establishment. We won't name it. And just go through all the motions and makes us take
And she was
pictures.
not nice either. All business.
Right. And
Like, I
makes us take
really don't want to
pictures
be here,
and
so
makes us
please don't make small talk.
Stand at a certain place in front of this camera, like at the driver's license bureau. And
Yeah.
then while I'm getting my picture
So
taken,
bad.
she says, ma'am, can you please step out of his way? I'm taking this picture.
Yes.
And I'm like, thank you. She needs to get out of my way when I get my photo taken. And it came
was
out
a silhouette.
so bad. They were
Each of
black
ours.
and
We
white
looked the
photos.
same, like brown, like black blobs.
They were black and white photos, and we looked like we were in witness protection because
Yes.
we were silhouettes.
Our
You could not
whole
recognize us.
thing was still.
It was the worst photo. Robert's like, can you two please put a sock in it?
Wait, one more movie when he's Ben Stiller's at the therapist and along came Polly.
Okay.
Is it yeah. No, and something about Mary and the therapist is like, "Oops, time she's up." We'll delve into that next time. Robert's like, TikTok.
Time she's up. Yep.
You guys have a great day. We love you, and just keep your eyes open for the good stuff. People like Robert. We love you, Robert. God bless you. And be sure and share your stories with us on thegoodstufffamily.com.